A new manager was older than me, so knew best way to run an event. I used to work part-time for my university running student events. Experience is the best teacher. I'd participated in these events as a student, assisted in these events under someone else as part of my scholarship, and as a staff member ran the events myself. We had a new college head who was much older, approximate 50 to 60, while everyone else was in their early 20s. This woman was the most pig-headed, arrogant fool you can imagine, and despite being new, she wouldn't sit back and observe how things worked or listen to those on our team who'd been there for years. No matter what you told her when she announced something that wouldn't work or would cause problems, the answer was the same. I'm older, so I know best. Didn't matter if it would take you longer to do it her way, or in one case, if it was technically illegal. Of course, mistakes that we'd warned her would happen were always someone else's fault / swept under the carpet. During event planning, one look at the schedule told me she hadn't allocated the team properly. Email exchange, OP. Probably not a good idea to have the whole team in an hour before the event, most of them standing around doing nothing. Best to get 5 or so people in for setup, most of the team in for running event, and hold back another 3 to 4 for cleanup. College head. No, I want everyone in helping out equally an hour before the event. OP. They're only meant to do 2 hours work per event. If you have them an hour early for a 2-hour event, that's 3 hours. They'll all leave before cleanup. The slackers will slack off, and the proactives will end up doing everything. College head. I'm older than you, I know best, just do as you're told. Cue malicious compliance. OP. Fine, but I've got some personal business to do directly after the event. I'll handle procurement and setup, but will need to leave right afterward the event is over. College head. That's fine. On to other business. Day of the event, the whole team showed up an hour before for setup. As expected, 5 or so did all the setup work, while most of the team stood around on their phones. Some even got bored and wandered off. It was not the team members' fault for standing around. Only so many people can do meal prep and set up tables without getting in each other's way. 10 minutes before the event, college head shows up and everything is running smoothly. Event was a lot of fun. Some of the team continued to wander off. Some ran the events. Some participated. I was running around as a gopher, letting the college head take credit for the event in front of everyone. Not doing any work mind, but taking credit for it. I made sure to remind her I had to leave right at the end of the event for personal business in front of the other colleague heads several times. To be extra spiteful, I neglected to stop several team members from wandering off who'd done no work other than stand around talking / eating, and encouraged several people who'd definitely done 2 hours worth of work to call it a night, and thanked them for their help. Forgetful me, I also didn't tell team members standing around during events to start cleaning up as things were finishing. All the free food was gone. All the games were over. Both students and team members were wandering off into the night, and all of a sudden, college head. Wait, where are you going? There is so much mess, and we've got to put away all the tables and tidy up all the different games, but everyone has left. OP. Yes, we probably should have saved up a few team members to do cleanup, but they've all already done their 2-hour. Anyway, like I told you earlier, I've got some personal business to attend to directly after the event, so I'll see you tomorrow. College head. What personal business is it? This will take over an hour to do all this on my own. OP. I'm sorry, but I said personal business because I wasn't comfortable discussing with you or the team about what it was, as it really is quite personal, and I'm going to be late. I wandered off home for my personal business of closing all my curtains and playing Xbox in my underwear, chuckling at the thought of that arrogant woman having to do all that work by herself. The formal complaint she put in for me leaving didn't really go anywhere, as I just forwarded the email exchange to management. Sadly, pig-headed people are pig-headed because they don't learn no matter what. I eventually quit, and a few months later was introduced to my replacement's replacement. who was also ready to quit.
Should have documented the illegal thing she did and forwarded it to the proper authorities.
As someone who is older, I bow to the knowledge of those more experienced in my work environment, because it's the smart thing to do.
Anyone who gets to 50 to 60 and has their age as their primary means of commanding respect is obviously pretty useless.
Amazes me how some people can't see the forest through the trees, and refuse to listen to others who have experience and information. Just out of curiosity, was her name Karen?
I would have loved to see her cleaning up all by herself. Rolling on the floor laughing.
I am an old person. One of my mantras for success has been you are never too old to learn. You are never too young to teach. I volunteer at a state park. I often get young female rangers put in the position of volunteer coordinator. I absolutely love introducing them to the kids who are in my programs as my boss. Because young women supervising old men blows some of their minds. And shouldn't.
I'm 55. I started in my career late and was laid off a couple times, so I am not in any management positions, and my bosses lately have been younger than me. I'm happy to work for them because it keeps me motivated having younger people with great ideas in charge. I'm too tired to think up new stuff. Tell me what to do and I'll do it and go home. Now get off my lawn.